Chairman, members. I question the value of the 2030 plus study, the way it has been conducted. And I put to you some points of relevance. Number one, entirely absent from this document is the major change that Hong Kong is going through, namely from a closed city with a single link to the mainland to a city that is open to the mainland with significant new infrastructure links, which are mentioned in this document. But what we haven't mentioned is how to deal with it. There is no mention of how we're going to cope with the increase of vehicles from currently about 40,000 trips across the border every day to a capacity of 220,000 vehicles a day. There is no mention in this document of how Hong Kong will cope with that change. Where are those vehicles going to go? If it's not mainland vehicles coming to Hong Kong, it will be an increase in vehicle ownership in Hong Kong, because those who were living in Sham Shui Po and had no reason to own a car, because why take a car when you can take a train to Central? Now you can live in Sham Shui Po and drive to Dongguan, Foshan. So the incentive for ownership of that car has increased. But there is no mention of how Hong Kong is going to cope with this change. And this is a significant change in the history of the development of this city. A second point where again I have to ask questions about the relevance of this document as a guide for the land infrastructure development of Hong Kong is something simple. It just suggests that we will not touch the country parks. However, at the same time, there is a policy address delivered in these chambers that suggests that we are going to touch the country parks. So, but within only a short time frame from each other. So which one is true? That what was said in the policy address, or that was set out in the 2030 plus document? So, Chairman, I'm just pointing out those two issues. There are many more, including issues that highlight how irrelevant this document has already become in terms of playing a guide for the development of land and infrastructure in Hong Kong. And I'll leave that with those comments.